if you're just an individual, you're a voice. That's all you have. You don't have anything else but a voice. Okay, and the devil in this season is trying to shut you up, and therefore that's what you need to understand. There's an agenda to make your voice seem insignificant, and that's what you need to understand. And that's what Fiona is trying to say. You know, there's an agenda by the devil to shut you up and make your voice seem insignificant. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, no matter in what industry you are in, there is an agenda to shut you up and to say what you say doesn't mean anything today. Can you see the chaos? And that's what it means. What can you do? Who are you? You can't bring peace. The world is full of chaos. Shut up with your religion. You can't help. You are the problem. And that's what they say. Okay, you are the problem. And without understanding really who Jesus is. And really understanding that Jesus gave the whole earth a microcosm, a model of what it can look like for the world to be a better place. And it's called church. You see? And that is why Jesus, in the most unselfish way, says, they will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. And people say, like, how does that work? What do you mean, love one another? No. The Muslims need to love the Buddhists, and we the Christians need to love the Muslims, and all that. And yes, that's all a part of that story. But he gives the model of how it can work. It's a microcosm that can actually become the macrocosm. But no one has ever seen. So you must understand who you are. Who are you? You are the prototype to a better world. There was no other model. So God chose you in this nation, and He said, you will be the model, the microcosm, that if you love one another, they will see it. And that's what they're seeing. That's what they're seeing now. And when they see it, they will understand that that model can be a national model. Do you understand? Because they've never seen forgiveness the way we can forgive. They've never seen patience the way you can have patience. They've never seen love the way you have love. Because we can only give for what we've received. We've received so much forgiveness. Do you understand it? We've been the worst of the worst, but we've received no judgment. You understand? So it's so easy for me to not judge someone else. Do you understand that? And so you are the microcosm that if you can get it right in this model, it doesn't matter. That's why we can become a big church. We don't care whether we become a big church or a small church. We don't care about that. The problem is, even if you have 5 people in a coach group, what does that model look like? Do you value the model? Do you value how you're building people within in the coach group? Are you having sophisticated conversations? Can you go deep into the hearts of each other and heal the hurts that are there? Do you understand it? If you can't do it at home, the husband and wife is the model for the coach group. If you can't love the one person that has been given to you to love. I tell young ones, I don't understand. That one person, Fiona is the one person, she's one person that God gave me to love. And she said, here, I'm giving you something precious, a gift to you. And that's so that you can love this person. And you can feel what it was for me to love you. It was so unconditional, so laid down. I have no agenda with you. I have no needs except for you. And you're given one person to practice that with. All your life. And then He gives you a wife or a husband, and you practice laying your life down completely too. Do you understand that? And then the rest of it, you see that. You won't be here if I'm fighting with my wife. Come on, you know that. You won't be here if I'm treating her badly. You won't be here. You would see my heart in 1 second on the way I treat her. And then that becomes the microcosm that affects the macrocosm. And then we have a church. And then we tell the church that they need to love each other like Christ loved His bride, the church. And you treat this bride like that precious gift, and you lay your life down for her. And then the world sees it. And then we understand then, if we can say that you are my hand, you are my leg, you are my eye, you are my head, you are my fingers, you are my toes. If I can say that to each one of you, what happens is then we have a wholesome body functioning perfectly. But it's only a microcosm. It wasn't just for you. It wasn't meant just for you. It was meant for the nation. It was not meant for you. You were the practice ground to get it right. And once we start getting it right in here, they see it. And they say, this is beautiful. Who is this? What is this? And we say, this is Jesus. And then they receive the love and the illumination of what this is, illuminates in their heart, and then it affects a nation. Microcosm affecting the macrocosm. That's the model. The world is watching you. Do you understand that? And we have to start loving one another and then loving the others outside of this. The same like you love your fellow brothers. And when you can do that, I promise you, it's not hopeless. We are that hope for this nation. I truly believe it with all my heart. I was born, you were born for such a time as this. Do not allow the enemy to squash your mouth and make you feel insignificant. You are precious and you are powerful in this time in this nation. So rise up.